This is my standard home 2-car garage. Probably a little on the smaller side. And while it may look nice and organized now, filled with some pretty decent tools to be able to build and modify almost anything, it wasn't always like this. Now in the last garage makeover, we did a whole bunch of work reorganizing this place, adding new tools, and just making it a better shop to work in. And since then, a whole lot more has been done. After the last video where we added these cabinets, I've since added lighting under the cabinets, which you guys have probably seen in the videos. But in this video, I'm gonna add a whole bunch more lighting. Gonna add some new equipment, a lot of new equipment actually. Make a custom rolling cart for all of my miscellaneous expendables, like hoses, wire ties, electrical, nuts, bolts, etc. And just make this whole garage a lot better to work in and continue building pretty cool old BMWs and diesel trucks. Alright, we're going to hit the road because the garage needs some major upgrades. I'm going to pick up some of them right now. Hop in the ZR2, off we go. Crap, forgot about all this snow. I love the cold. At my all-time favorite store, probably a lot of you guys' favorite store as well. Love it here. Few $100 later, and we're on our way. We gotta get this whole thing emptied out because I got some casters for it that we're gonna put on to be able to move this in and out, and also because the air compressor is probably gonna go back into there. So this needs to be on wheels. And it's incredibly hard to move anyway. Whenever I get my AC system serviced or whatever that's been serviced, I don't know, in the account of like thousands and thousands of dollars over and over again. That's a discussion for another time. I have to try to get this whole thing out of the way, which is, it's a pain. So we gotta empty that thing out. It's got a big empty tote to put a whole bunch of stuff in that I don't really need, but I can't throw away yet. Yeah, a lot of work to do.
Now I've had this old cabinet for a while, and now I'm going to repurpose it to hold all my expendables, but the first step is to get it all cleaned out and get ready to put all the new stuff in, including organizing trays. Now as far as an air compressor, I did a whole bunch of research, and I found that the best bang for the buck was this unit from Harbor Freight. Got it for about 250 bucks, flows decent, and it's also quiet. Now you can see here just how much crap had accumulated in here. And shout out to my girlfriend for helping me out. She kind of took the lead on this part of the project because she's a little better organizing and such.
across the nail.
Now this thing was by no means light, so flipping it on its side, getting those casters that I got from Harbor Freight, by the way, getting all those installed and getting it flipped back up was no easy task, but we got it done. Now I can move the thing in and around the shop way, way nicer than before.
Oh, so much better.
Okay, there.
Also from Harbor Freight is this 25-foot air hose reel. Super happy with that. It was a decent price. You'll see later in the video my only issue with it. I had to move the mount down here, which we did, so it didn't hit the ceiling. Otherwise, install went pretty smoothly. And here I left the labeling up to the girlfriend because, let's be honest, her handwriting is surely a lot better than mine.
Nice job. I don't hear any leaks. That wasn't even on purpose. But while you're here, you did a good job.
You think so? I'm an artist.
Why don't you show us?
Okay, so, for example, let's say you're looking for some washers. Well, you could either find washers in cabinets A or cabinet B. Cabinet A, if you want some push pins, clips, screws, we got them.
Yeah, good job. You did a good job cleaning.
Thank you.
Anyway, this came out really nice. It was hard to get those bolts. There's a bolt here and a bolt up there that's like extremely difficult to have access to. But it came out, it's super strong. The only wiggling is the actual unit itself, not where it's mounted. But it came out really, really nice. No leaks anywhere. Rolls back up in real nice. The only thing that I messed up on is I got the 25-foot hose, and let me show you the problem. So this is maxed out, which can go to any corner in the garage just fine. The problem is if I need to fill up like a truck tire or something that's out of the garage, it won't reach. So I probably should have got the 50-foot hose. It was like double the price, but for anything I need in here, it's gonna work out really well. And I definitely needed it for painting the E30 engine bay because the old air compressor if you guys watch videos of me painting stuff before, it can't keep up. Like I have to spray a little bit, and then I have to wait for the air compressor to catch up, and then spray some more. This full-size air compressor, don't have to worry about that at all. And just ease of access. I also got some more lighting to brighten it up in here because I have these lights right above me, which I installed around the time of the last garage reno, and then I installed one more strip behind. However, those aren't nearly as bright. So I got a set of 6 more LED lights. We're going to throw these up and see if it brightens up the corners of the garage where the garage doors are. Yeah, that'll do the trick. Very similar to the under cabinet lightings I already have, but just brighter and much larger. So if we're looking over here, I want to put it somewhere here so when the garage door is open, I'm still getting light, because right now, that's all I'm getting, that tiny little area. I definitely want one across here on either side, and I'm going to put one, maybe even 2 here, because I don't have room here, but I do have room in this section. And you guys can see it's relatively pretty dark and dingy over here. And if I turn this off, there's essentially no light at all. And these are really simple to mount. The clips just basically sit on there. You mount the clips up in the ceiling a while, and then you just snap these on. And these all connect to each other, so you don't have to do any wiring unless you want to. Yeah. Not sure how that happened.
The zip ties here, that's me zip tying the actual electrical cord that goes to the outlet. That way it keeps it nice and tight against the light, and it looks a little more tidy.
So you guys should be able to see there, I have it just wired into the garage light, so when I hit the switch over on the door, it'll turn them all on and off, which is how I have this hooked up too. So 1 down, 5 more to go. Got all 6 lights up. Let's see what kind of difference they make. Yeah, that is way, way brighter. Not as much in the corners as I'd like, but here in the middle there was basically no light. And now we've got a ton more. A little bit of a hodgepodge of lighting. You know, you have the old, I don't even know what style this is, and you got sort of an older LED, and then you got the newer kind of bluer LEDs, but either way, so much nicer and brighter in here. So before, with just this light, this is what it looked like. Hard to tell on camera, big difference. But over here, huge difference. This side's looking really, really good now, especially with those lights there in the middle. Great upgrade. These things were only about 60 bucks on Amazon, and I'll link them below for you guys. Got a few more mods to do in the garage, just waiting on some more parts to come in. Some other things I did off camera, I reorganized this whole area on top of my old toolbox. So unbeknownst to me, the belt grinder that I had, you can actually flip up, which makes it entirely more useful than laying flat. So I was able to get that up, shuffle things around, and just make it a little cleaner over here to be able to use this. Because I use this setup a lot more often now that I've started TIG welding. Alright, got some more equipment to unbox and install. So what we have here is probably one of the nicest pressure washers I've ever seen. This is from Untitled Tools, and it's a wall-mounted unit, which is awesome. And it has this nice bracket where the whole unit just slides on and off the wall, so you can take it outside or wherever I need to use it. It has 100 feet of hose built in and a built-in reel. It has its own rolling adjustment here, so your hose isn't going to get tangled. Comes with the gun, comes with accessories, comes with the nozzles, comes with a foam cannon. It comes with everything. This thing's awesome. I'll put a link in the description to it as well. And we'll do more testing and using this in a future video, because this one's already kind of pretty long. So I'm not going to get into all the nitty-gritty details of using this, but we are going to install it. And this thing is going to replace my current Ryobi pressure washer that has taken a dump. For some reason, I plugged it in one day, and every time I turn it on, it flips its own internal breaker. Won't work, don't know what's wrong with it. It worked great before, and I even built like a little cleat system so I can hang it on the wall and take it on and off. And I bought a wall-mounted hose reel for it and did the plumbing and such for that, so it's just kind of a shame, but really, it's kind of a blessing in disguise because this thing looks way cleaner, has a longer hose. This looks like an awesome unit. The time to upgrade.
Oh, dude, that is nice. Even has a holder for the bottle. This is not a permanent hose situation. I'm gonna get another hose and run it along the wall, hook up to this, and then have the actual garden hose separate. Turn it off, get the pressure out, and then the hose should just go back in for you. Oh, buddy. Incredible. And it's just so nice and clean and mounted here on the wall. It's pretty thin. It doesn't stick way out, but yet it still has 100 feet of hose. And you can pull it right off the wall. It's awesome because I pressure wash the outside of my house every year, so that's really gonna come in handy. Okay, now that that's done, there is one more major piece of equipment I have to unbox and install, per se. And it's another reason why I needed a big air compressor. All right, we have another product from YesWelder. I guess the only other thing I have from them is my welding helmet, which I love. It's absolutely awesome. They actually saw my welding cart video and said, hey, would you want a plasma cutter? And I was like, well, yeah, I want a plasma cutter. Why wouldn't I? So YesWelder sent me out this little guy, this little model, the Cut 55DS. Can run a 110 or 220. And to be perfectly honest, I've never used a plasma cutter before in my life. So this is all new to me. I'm pretty excited to use it and try it out. Cut some holes in things, cut some things up. Sure, so this is actually gonna live over on the welding cart. Makes sense, close to the air compressor. They both use the same type of outlet, so I can swap between the two, roll it around, etc. Well, I have it on the welding cart for now. Honestly, I don't know if I'm gonna leave it there. There's not much space on here, and now it's gonna just get in my way of welding, so I don't know, I might find somewhere else to put it. The short of the long is I need a bigger garage. Got a ton of work done in the garage. I'm really happy with how it came out. Links to almost everything that I use or have used in this garage will be down below, as well as the link to the website where we can get this hoodie and other things. Now in an upcoming video, we will use the pressure washer, the new one, and we will also use the new plasma cutter. Didn't have a chance to in this video, getting pretty long. But anyway, thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video.